against the Immortal VP.
Naku, lakad mo! Lakad mo!
QWE's final pick, only 4 seconds. And they go for the Timbersaw. Okay, I mean, there is just tons of melee heroes to go up against in the Trader farm, but Sanctity doing a good job at applying some good harassment onto Moon. Obviously, not really getting a huge opportunity to secure last hits to heal off of. Meanwhile, I missed that, to be honest, to actually secure that one, considering how Chris... Maybe he just didn't have the leap skill yet. He was right on the cusp of level 2. We were mid-well getting quite aggressive onto SC. Telekinesis dragging back. The tag team's doing decent damage because the tower is just hitting the creeps. Boomy, one final right click. He does manage to get the kill. Actually, the old CDR. Now the bomb. Chris got it right now. They're trying to block him up. So if he tries to go for a leap out, it's actually already on cooldown. And another kill is picked up. Second death for the board, death for Chris. Poor old Slark, not having the best of times. At least he's still doing okay in terms of CF. It was kind of awkward though, because the Warlock didn't even die. He actually just had to TP straight from the lane there. And used perfectly. CDR's just going to get ran down a result. They realise there is no support to come in and heal him up, and they just charge him down. Rotating into the mids. He's got a spot on the Warlock, but even still, Sanctity getting aggressive themselves. Booby having to TP in, but the heals are coming in from the Warlock. Going to be fine. Actually, now they're going to turn around onto the Tiny. Moon is like, there is no chance we're killing this Timbersaw. I just want to guarantee at least 1 kill. Position 4 or not, a kill's a kill, and it's in the area. In which case, Chris just has to hide underneath the trees, but mid laner of themselves make their own rotation. CDR, there is no chance of surviving this one. Down he goes. Third death on the board there for the Bristleback and SMG. They've got to make something work off of this gap pusher in the world. So this is going to take a bit of extra time. They really need to get the kill. It looks like they are going to bump into SC. Not really the target that Moon wants. Actually does get the spot onto Chris as well. The Purge is in though, so he doesn't get hit by the silence, but the Rupture still was going to force the Slark to stand his ground. The ultimate is there with the assistance of Ace, but good snowball to make a bit of room. They're trying to disengage there from Chris, but it's just not going to work. He's still going to die. And Ace going to be the third casualty there. It's a very nice fight coming out from SMG, picking up 3. They don't lose anybody, but here is Sanctity, nearly on his 10. So I could just press the old magic key button and that'll also do the job, but it looks like Moon in some danger right now. Tossed up, there is going to be the rock drop, and it gets purged away from the Slark, and Moon, he just can't get himself away. He will die, but it looks like Chris is in some danger with this silence, though. He's trying to purge it off, but it's just not going to work. He will still die. Ace, going to drop as well. Double kill for the Warlock. Big carry boy coming from the position 5. Does then make it a 2 for 1. And if this was 2 supports, maybe QW would be happy, but it was actually their carry that ended up dying. Drops down the sentry, but he doesn't actually have any way of scouting the high ground right now, so they don't know if there's a ward. Meanwhile, it looks like they run straight in towards the Tiny. The Stolen Avalanche is there, hold with place, but in comes Sanctity. They've lost the Tiny, but it looks like they might be able to get trade onto mid-run with the mechanism. Try to keep him alive. The Rubik's already been ran down. 2 people gone there from SMG right now. The entire offlane looks like Sanctity isn't done. The Warlock just has to TP out, and it was a good choice to do so. He will make it. CDR is still hanging about right now, but this is a very hard kill to get, but it doesn't matter how hard it is. They still want to go for this, QWE. There's a creep army at the same time, which is going to help find the kill, and it's the Rupture, but the cast time was just a little bit too long. And the Bristol was able to get out. Instead, it looks like mid-1 just walks straight into the open arms of the team. Does manage to get the snowball there. The rock coming in to make a bit of space. Charcoal Soul yet again, and they do get the burst damage on towards the Tiny, but still Tusk will die. Sanctity trying to TP away. There's just no cancel nearby. Chris just beating into the Warlock. He's trying to ignore him as best he can there, but eventually he will die. The upheaval cost him his life. Looks like everyone else is going to be able to disengage. So far, 2 for 1. Favouring Q is under attack. Oh, CDR. He's going to run to a couple of them. The AoE damage. Tusk is just gone. The Bristleback's already in a lot of danger. Trying to survive as best as he can there with his Bristleback, but it just doesn't matter. The pure damage coming out from the Timbersaw just chops through that passive and end up costing the Bristleback his life. He just got his BKB delivered though, which can allow him to actually try and take this fight. The Warlock going to be able to drop the rock. Still alive for now, desperately try and run away, but a couple of hits is all it's going to take and he will drop. Meanwhile though, Ace does get traded away, but tons of damage coming out onto both of these two. Sanctity does manage to get Tim Chain on the opposite side of the shards here. That's quite nice, but is it going to be enough to save his life? I don't think so. The Rupture being such a damn nuisance. Meanwhile, 423 still trying to do what he can. He's sort of running out of website now, but still will get the turn. Double kill for him. But 423 just cannot survive under this sustained assault, and it ends up all the works. Doesn't matter. Ace has got his own Blink Dagger. Snowball to try and delay this. Gonna roll through, gets thrown onto a couple with the rock drop there, trying to make space for mid one to disengage, but it's just not going to work. He will still die. And now the rock has been kind of wasted. Sanctity's like, I don't care about this golem still here. I'm just going to keep charging forwards. Boom be able to steal the timber chains at least, so he's going to be able to disengage. Or is he? Chris is on their case. Does manage to get one jump away. With the force up, he is out. Unfortunately, it looks like the Warlock has just been sacrificed. Meanwhile, in the back lines, Sanctity TP's out. He will DDR purely defensive. Now it's already going to be down to a 7-second charge, and Chris jumps straight up to the high ground, still with his double damage rune activated with the Aegis. Even if he goes down, the leap just kills himself, but it doesn't matter. He's going to come back on into this right now. Meanwhile, Moon as well as mid one, trying to focus on towards 4-2-3. The Spider is tanky, and with the heals coming in from the Guardian Greaves, he's going to be able to stand his ground. The Bloodseeker's trying to do with the cannon, but it's just not enough. And now it looks like CDR on his own. He's just going to get slowly chipped away. He will die. The Tusk TP's out. Boomy in some danger, but good Avalanche. These guys have played so damn aggressive. Looks like maybe they thought they've overextended, but the Snowball from mid one's going to drag him in deep, trying to burst down onto Ace. It's not going to work. It looks like the Tusk will just die as a result. The upheaval, though, is being annoying. Not going to work. Actually drops the rock there to see if he gets some sort of return kill, but it's just going to waste his ultimate. Boomy's still going to end up dying. And the Guardian Greaves not even going to allow a kill onto Ace. And they're just twos. Oh man, Ace, he's just been finding so many grabs in this game. Absolute monster. Even though, you know, he has died quite a few times, 0, 9 and 15. These four Blink Dagger tossbacks have just been at presence known to protect him, but instead it looks like Moon is still going to get caught. Telekinesis avoiding the tossback there. Ace is some danger, but doesn't matter. Ooh, Sanctity actually jumps forward, gets clipped by the silence. Nice rock drop, lands onto 4. Mid one now getting involved. The team fight is getting full crazy right now. CDR's taking tons of pokes from the Enchantress alone, man. SE doing all the work, keeping everyone at bay. Now Chris getting involved. The Bristleback Story is locked in place, with the BKB still on cooldown. He could not survive. Finish his own Lincoln Sphere.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh wow, the bloody little snare grabs 2 of them. Oh my lord, they're both dead, and that is most likely going to be GG right now. 3 people gone, no buyback. It looks like the call will just be to go for the top set of barracks. Get those objectives, don't want to try and go for tier 4s this stage, you know, at least wait for the second Roshan, which is still at least 2 minutes 20 away. Another Glyph just trying to slow this down, but Ace, he's managed to find another grab onto CDR, chucking back in the Bristleback. It looks like the Tiny might lose life. It's actually now the little cloud there from Chris, keeping the support alive, but even still, it does end eventually. He's going to get rounds out. CDR focusing all of his efforts onto the Tiny, but another Avalanche toss combination comes up. He will die. Eventually, the Tiny falls, but it doesn't matter. He's done his job. SE trying to run away, but the attack speed's slow. Moon just can't really get the job done. It's going to take some time. Eventually he gets there though. It looks like SMG, they're taking a pretty good fight. Even found the grab here onto Chris, goes for DP out, but actually gets countered there from the Snowball. And now Chris has to stand his ground, gets the leash on towards the Bloodseeker, still finds the kill, but he does drop, and the rupture just lasted too damn long. There's a gem on the floor. Boomy really wants to pick it up. He tries, he needs the space though. He can't get it. Man, you need to make space. Lots of pings there from these snares. Smoke is in and immediately gets broken. Ace jumping in. He's found the jump grab onto Boomy, tossed it back in. The rock drop is there. Just gets the connection on towards the Broodmother. But still, everyone's poking. They're desperate. They just want to kill this goddamn Tiny, but he's support at the end of the day. You have to commit so much. The Tiny is still alive. Tusk has to go for a buyback. Moon just dies to the long-range dots and pokes. And I think this could just be GG right now. Boomy going to get chased down underneath the tier 4s. And CDR mid one having to try and hide into their base. The Warlock dying elsewhere. Sending in the Spiderlings to try and tank up the fountain hits, but it doesn't even matter. GG is already being called, and QWE take game number 1. Even killing CDR there at the very, very end. Punch? Could be position 4 punch? I just don't even know, man. This is absolutely bonkers. QWE do decide to go for the Undie as their position 5. Obviously going to be fantastic versus the Centaur. You know, I thought the standard build for Pudges was to go 1-2-2, right? Because then the Flesh Heap actually blocks a majority of the damage that comes in from Rot, and then you sort of like feel kind of like evening things out. But meanwhile, down at the bot lane is actually dealing with this. So maybe wants to try and go for hook though onto Sanctity. Is going to land it straight into the hoof stomp. They kind of stack their stunts a little bit. Makes it a bit awkward. That's going to give Sanctity the opportunity to disengage. Snowball off to the creeps, but Boomy getting involved with the slow should be able to guarantee the kill. And the rot does bring him down. He moves to run inside the Radiant jungle, get his bottle refilled there. Meanwhile, looks like Boomy maybe overstayed his welcome. Does have a leap, but he can't get the opportunity to use it. A bit of a mistake there. Moon, yeah, actually, whilst he's down here, he's going to try and look for a kill. Will run straight in towards Essie. Charge also coming through there. Gonna be a dead undying. 6, got to have the bruise, the Spiderling spam, sorry. And then very hard to lane against. Meanwhile, more action down at the bot lane. Looks like Sanctity trying to make his own rotation, but runs straight into Moon. They do some good burst damage onto the Pudge, but still, they do lose the Tusk. We'll get the trade at the very least onto the Pudge. And Chris tried to stand his ground. Got a little bit of extra mana to work with. Even still, Boomy's easily able to disengage. Midwon finally get lucky with one bash with the charge. Going to be able to secure the kill. Got to just focus down on towards the tombstone now. Boomy, okay, he stepped up a little bit. Decay into the face. They got the kill. Essie even denying the tombstone in front of his face. So it ends up being a 2 for 2. Both mid laners and the support. You know, he's kind of desperate to try and finish up this Hood of Defiance. We'll definitely make him a bit more tanky. Afu in danger. The hook actually though lands on towards Moon. Sanctity, sorry, and yeah, I think he was aiming to try and get the grab on towards his Centaur, but didn't quite work out. So they're actually going to try and go Sanctity right now. Charges coming through, some good burst damage, and Moon just disappears. It's so much burst. He's desperately trying to find the kill. He's got one more jump forwards, but the Spirit Breaker is going to be able to probably net the kill for him. Good snowball to dodge it, change the direction back onto Boom. He jumps off to the side, but all that does is make more space away from mid one. A slight little misplay, and yeah, now that the Spirit Breaker has to TP, technically this is still on cooldown, so you will at least make it away. Good off. Sanctity though, feeling like he can still chase after shards, not quite get a connection, and still with Boomy, mid one coming on in. There is again the snowball to try and dodge it, punching him up, but I think eventually Sanctity should get run down, or will he? 4-2-3 now getting involved. The stolen charge, Ace. Given the Space Cow taste of their own medicine, Boomy does end up actually getting caught off. Sanctity still trying to run himself away. Moon will find him. Snowball was there, but he will still die. At least it's the tower that gets the kill, so they're coming eventually. Well, let's see. Gonna pop his ulti. Wants to stand his ground. Tombstone has been dropped. Meanwhile, Moon in the backlines. Getting harassed with both Ace and Sanctity. Looks like the Rubik might end up dying here. Snowball, we tried to get the grab, I think, onto the Rubik, but not quite close enough. Instead, it looks like mid one will get traded away. Afu was like, hey, I might try and kill this Tombstone instead. Puts himself into a dangerous position, but even still, he will TP away. Moon thinking about it. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. Okay, he actually spots him. The Decay's up to the high ground. Zolba gets immediately countered, but Sanctity, he's stuck on the low. But it's Undying's a tanky boy. They use the Centaur ultimate, but maybe a little bit of communication. Moon wasn't on the same page there, but regardless, they still run him down. Kill there for the Pudge. Still on cooldown for another second, so they can't try and net that kill, or can they? Charge through, going straight away to the Rubik. There is going to be the Stampede. Hookshot lands onto the Rubik. Ace pulled that position, but actually with the stolen charge, makes a bit of space. Bit Earth comes in from Chris, but there is going to be the hoof stomp. Lands onto 2. But even still, Afu is dead. Moon is like, well, crap, I am just gone as well, aren't I? Tries to stand his ground with his ult, but it does nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. Nice couple of kills there from QWE. I don't think SMG were quite... Like, this is pretty much guaranteed to kill now on towards the Spirit... not Spirit Breaker, sorry, the Centaur War Runner. There's no way he can survive. Toss straight up there. That's Chris, yeah, easily lands his stump. Ends up being a free kill. Bloodstone is just so ridiculous, Centaur War Runner though. Afu has not a chance in hell of getting himself out of this one. Have some easily dodged. And Centaur easily killed. Hey, it's all space though. Moon trying to get the kills to creep. Good glyph though there from Chris to make sure they couldn't stop the TP from coming in. That's just going to guarantee a kill onto the Pudge. Very, very nicely done. Dismember now also picks up there from Mace. He's thinking, is that a real one? Oh crap, it is! Charge comes through from mid one as well with the Nether Strike. Nothing the Rubik could do could survive. Sanctity doing some decent damage by the tier 1 tower, but not really many TPs coming in. Instead, actually 4-2-3 and SE just walking into this one. Space Power going to die. CDR just has to run away. So it is end up being a the real Pudge. He's the real menace of this game. Meanwhile, first stop. Does connect there onto Ace. Quickshots actually drags him out of position, but still the Rubik will die. Mid one getting focused up himself, can't survive long enough to do anything whatsoever. An uppercut brings him down. Boomy also gonna fall. And the rest of SMG just run the hell away. Smoke play themselves. Hook. Oh, perfectly lands onto the Tusk. Manages to pop the BKB though. Avoids a huge chunk of the damage. That's going to allow potentially QWE to turn this whole fight around. Moon completely separated. Split up actually lands on CDR as well, who has to use Song of the Siren defensively, but AoE damage nearly finds the kill. The stun! The stolen Song of the Siren. What a play coming up there from Ace. What a fantastic lockdown. Mid one just wanted the little stylish charge there to collect onto 4 people, but he just ends up dying as well. And I don't think so, as there's a wave coming in through the top momentarily as well to bring it down straight off the bat. Nice jump from Ace again. That's going to be a dead Boomy. Hook though, lands. But I think that's all it's done is just bait out his own life. Moon griefed himself there as, yeah, he will just die. And it feels quite similar to... I want to try and take this fight if they can, defend their high grounds. Charge come through the mid one. Initial stun onto the Lesh, but there's absolutely no damage. And there's going to get poked and prod. Dragflug there. Afu, he just dies to one punch there for the Tuskers. DD. Call this man Saitama. And the full set of barracks gone. Sanctity maybe caught out mid one, trying to charge forwards, but what can they really do? There's no way they could chase after him. And what is that route? It lasts absolutely forever. I think it was the net from CDR. And that's just another high ground gone. It's tier 2 still standing, at least for SMG at the bottom. Shot lands. Good initiation on towards the Spider, but the follow-up is there immediately. Destroys the entire engagement, and now SMG just has to try and run away yet again. Mid one with the BKB and Invis will try and disengage, but there's a dust. They find him. Song of the Siren does actually mess up Afu's 3-man hoof stomp there. But regardless, it keeps mid one alive. They have to do a good job disengaging, but Dismember stolen away there from Ace. They found the grab onto the Naga Siren, down for 50 seconds. And they might just go for the G. Is there any way SMG can try and defend this? I don't know if there is. They're going to try their best though. Moon putting his body front. Sanctity though finds the quick grab onto Boomy. Down goes the support. Afu gets the stun on towards the Lesh, but the stolen hook, man. Ace is just finding all of the great skills this game. Absolute dream of a Rubik performance. Moon just gets annihilated, man. These punches from Sanctity, absolutely disgusting. And Glyph is going to be there. Chris is like, yeah, just kill me. I want to come back full HP, full mana. At least the Naga Siren's respawning 2 seconds. They do have a buyback on towards the punch. There might be one last stand, one last hurrah here coming out from SMG in this best of 2. They've gone for this smoke, but the root just lands on towards the Naga Siren. They see him come and mid-one charges through, but he's not able to accomplish too much. Instead, they're going to charge forward. CDR forced to go all the way back to the fountain right now. Another route, man. This goddamn trap is absolutely ridiculous. Gaben, please nerf it. There's 2 people just dropped. This is the death throws here from SMGs. Nothing they can do. Might be able to get the kill onto the Tusker. They do. 10 kill streak. That's a lot of gold there towards the Naga Siren. But I don't think they're going to have the time to spend it. Another buyback expended. Charge coming through. Does get cancelled. 2-man stomp lands. 0 damage though on towards Kriz. It's all on the Naga Siren to actually get the job done. But as soon as Kriz starts popping the spells, CDR can only run away. Literally, it just feels so useless. Can't do anything against this matchup. And yeah, GG is called. SMG, they are done. And it does actually end up being a 2-0 victory. Coming on out there for Q.
Right.